Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Monday Memoirs. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications, like, share. Most importantly, this is your conversation. Let's start talking. Good morning and welcome to a very humid and warm Monday Memoirs. Right, today we're talking about good intentions and bad outcomes. It's something that comes up quite a lot, and there's a certain philosophy I have around about it. Let me start off by saying that I don't believe anybody ever sets out to do anything with bad intentions. I think that we all have the best of intentions no matter what we do and what we set out to do. So let me just paint a little picture here. So Peter borrows 100 Rand from Paul and promises Paul that he will pay the 100 Rand back to him next week. But next week, Peter gets into a little car accident where he gets T-boned and his excess is 200 Rand. Now, circumstances have dictated that Peter cannot pay Paul back next week. And after car repairs, Peter spends another 600 Rand on repairing the car, and it takes a lot longer to pay that 100 Rand back to Paul. Paul gets the shits and gets a little bit annoyed because he's not getting his money back, and they don't talk anymore and they're no longer friends because Peter has not paid Paul his money back on time. And even when Peter does pay Paul his money back, there's always going to be that bad blood. But let's go back to the beginning. Is when Peter asked Paul for that 100 Rand, he had every intention in the world of paying that 100 Rand back. But there is a bad outcome here because of circumstances that come to the situation. Now, that is just one small analogy that you can use, and you can bring it into anything really. I mean, let's talk about relationships. Nobody enters into a relationship with bad intentions. The intentions are always good. I want to make this last. I want to be the best version of myself that I can be. I want to be a great partner. I have all the intentions in the world to make sure that this relationship is and will be the best that it can be. But then obviously things happen in a relationship. People go make bad choices. And when the breakup happens, then all of a sudden the partners don't like each other and they badmouth each other and whatever, but they'll always forget that the intentions from the beginning were really pure and good intentions. So there's a couple of trains of thought that I have around this process, and I really want people to think about these things. Let's say someone has done you bad. I want to challenge you to try and identify the intention that was set out in the beginning. I think a lot of strife and turmoil will be avoided if the person who has been hard done by actually just stops and looks at the whole situation from the beginning and says, okay, well, let's look at the intention rather than the outcome. Yes, the outcome might not be ideal and it might be a bad outcome and it might ruin a relationship. But I think if you look at the intention as it was set out in the beginning, you might see things slightly differently. And you might be a little bit more patient and maybe examine within to see how you could have handled the situation better. That's from the one angle. If you are the one that creates the bad outcome, you know, I think a lot of people beat themselves up and they really go into a shell because of the outcome and not so much because of the intention. And I think sometimes you need to just don't look at the outcome as much as what you should look at the intention. Go back and look at what you intended to do, what you wanted to do from the beginning, from the outset. And sometimes you'll just have to apologize and fix it up. But always just remember, don't beat yourself up too much about the outcome. Rather focus more on the outset and what your intentions were in the beginning. And I think if more of us spend more time looking at our intentions and identifying the mistakes we made throughout the process, we might actually just realize that we got to stay with our intentions and focus more on them and strive for a better outcome going forward. So in a nutshell, don't beat yourself up too much because of the outcome, rather focus more on what your intentions were in the beginning. So 2 points that I want to look at. If you're the one that's been hard done by, try and see the intentions that were in place from that person in the beginning. And if you are the one that created the bad outcome, don't beat yourself up too much about the outcome, but rather focus on the intentions and find a way to get a better outcome going forward. Right, that's my piece for the day. Just a quick reminder that next week, Saturday, the 29th, we've got the Leap and Switch party at Gasoline Alley. Tickets on sale at Web Tickets, 50 Rand a ticket. Get your ticket now. It's going to be an epic party. 3 live acts, which we'll be announcing throughout the week, and a DJ as well. So the whole concept is behind switching a little bit. So guys dressed like dolls and dolls like guys. And that's going to be awesome. It's going to be really cool. Make sure you get your tickets. Tickets are selling quickly, so you want to be part of that action. And that's it. Monday Memoir. We'll catch you guys next week again. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Monday Memoirs. Don't forget to engage. Leave a comment below. Please subscribe, like, share. Let's start this conversation. We'll catch you next week.